Kalispera. I'm Branislav. I'm from Lenovo Services EMEA, and I cover Central and Southeast Europe. And I would like to take you for a journey tonight evening. So a journey where you can experience things that can help you increase your productivity, that can help you optimize your environment, and they can actually help you earn some money with Lenovo.
Need more agility in a fast-moving world? Lenovo Services offer reliable, flexible support for future-facing businesses. Be ready for the rapid development of modern workplaces. Ready to act on today's ways of working, and already planning for the future. That's the goal of every IT professional. Lenovo Services make the goal a reality. Lenovo brings you industry-leading technology and solutions with purposeful design and a heritage of trusted quality and innovation. We boost the productivity of remote workers while keeping them secure. Our transformational technology is at work all around the world, assisted by strategic partnerships and dedicated technical support. And our services portfolio covers the whole IT asset lifecycle, from planning to IT asset recovery. Our flexible approach means we're ready to support you, helping to identify exactly what you need today and what you'll need tomorrow. Lenovo Services, agile thinking for modern workplace challenges.
So, for the next few minutes, we're going to be driving really fast because we are a little bit short on time, so please buckle up your seatbelts and let me be your designated driver for the next 15 minutes. And as I understood, today it's okay, but yesterday I might be the only designated driver in Athens, actually. So, Panos, thank you for taking a lift from the airport yesterday because it was really challenging. But what I would like to talk about is a perception. How do we perceive services in Lenovo? You all know about our hardware family, but maybe you don't know about certain things about services that can bring you a really good benefit, really good added value. And that's what we call Lenovo Transformation Services-led initiative in Lenovo, where we basically take care about the added value for you. So if you buy hardware from us, we optimize your environment, we guide you how to lower your total cost of ownership, and we even bring you some added value. Now, you might think why I put the picture on the slide before. I put it deliberately because it connects closely to our perception, how our brain perceives the reality, how we perceive things that are obvious, that we see, and maybe not pay so much attention to the things that are relevant. I want to take a little bit of quiz for you. If you saw the picture before, can you raise your hands who noticed the missing teeth? Okay, quite a few. Nice. What you may not notice is that this guy is missing an eyebrow. And now it looks obvious to you, but if you look back, it's really something that we didn't pay attention to. And that's the same with our environment. We always take care about things that happen that we actually need to solve, but we don't take precautions, or we take a little precautions. That's why we are engaging with services, because we can bring you solutions that can help you to sustain your environment in an optimized way, avoid things that might cause trouble for you, and even predict them. I will talk about it a little bit later. I want to share an experience with you. I was recently on a business trip to Prague in Czech Republic, and I was quite late. And on the highway, this happened to me. Now, what I can do is, of course, replace the tire, but I only had the small spare tire, which will limit me to drive only 60 kilometers per hour, and I will be late for my meeting. Luckily, I have a service which I can call, and they arrive in 15 minutes. They will help me to replace the tire with the full capacity with the tire, so I can continue at the full speed at the highway. Otherwise, I will miss my meeting with the customer, and it won't look good. And this is exactly what we are trying to do with our services. We would like you to have the ability to predict things, to be prepared, so you can really have your seamless business experience, and you can focus on growing your business, not to focus on things that you need to solve with IT equipment. One of the things that I would like to mention is the accidental damage protection. You might see the video where the old lady was using the laptop as a cutting board, but it's actually not far from reality, because with accidental damage protection, we can offer you a service where we can basically cover the accidental spills of liquids, bumps, scratches, even falls on the ground. And we don't treat it as a, let's say, insurance case like our competitors do. If you have such a request, or if you have such a event that happened, you can simply claim it and we will replace the spare part, or we will replace the unit. So we are very flexible in this, and it allows you to have a very seamless experience with our hardware. Now, I'm not going to talk much about standard services like warranties or upgrades or extensions. I would rather focus on things that are much more important in this world and in this time. One of those is security. And thanks to the cooperation with our partners, we provide a very unique solution. Unique in terms of features and unique for you, that you can very easily adopt to your environment. One of these solutions is Absolute. I'm not sure if you ever heard of it, but every Lenovo device, including laptops, servers, or workstations, includes a hardware chip on the motherboard that contains a security solution called Absolute. Now, it's sleeping there. It's not activated. You can activate it with a license, but it allows you to do certain things. What happens if the hacker is trying to attack your environment? They go on the software level. So they are trying to hack into your network. They're trying to hack into your operating system or to the other applications. But if you have a security solution that is on a hardware level, it's basically unpenetrable by the hackers, because they have no access to your chip on the motherboard. And this chip allows you to do very interesting things. One of those things is to locate your devices. Wherever it is around the world, it doesn't even need to be connected to any network. It can only broadcast certain packets, but you can still be able to locate the device, and you can see it clearly on the map. The other thing is that you can remotely access the device. You can wipe it, you can lock it down, you can display some sort of a message. So you have the ability to access the device remotely. And if everything fails, Absolute has a department of, I would call them detectives, and they will really open the case like a detective case for you. They will help you to recover those devices, they will help you to recover the data, and they will give you the best solution for you how to obtain the device back. This is a very simple solution. It's nothing, I would say, expensive in terms of pricing. We can discuss, and will be available here for you if you are interested in some details. But it's a very unique solution where you can very easily benefit from it. Imagine that you would lose some notebook from production where you have very sensitive data. If you put a price to it, I'm sure you cannot compare it to the price of the single license of this solution. The other solution that I would like to introduce to you is Sentinel One. And this is a very unique solution that is in the world, because I'm sure that some of you experience this kind of message on your laptops. I'm not going to ask you to raise the hand, because it will be a little bit of security threat if I know this. But if you happen to have this kind of message on your device, it means that your device was encrypted by hackers. And how to avoid it? Well, basically, you have two options. You can either throw out the device because it's decrypted with a very strong algorithm. You won't decrypt it even if you use all the machine power around the world. Or you have a second option that you can pay the hacker. You usually pay in Bitcoins because they want to remain anonymous. But if you pay them, they will decrypt your data, and you can continue working. Now, how to avoid this? Is there a solution how you can actually avoid this? Because the data is encrypted. But there is. Sentinel One offers a solution because it takes continuous snapshots of what's happening with your hardware and with your data integrity. And they have a solution where you can very easily overcome this. But let's first talk about some terms, because this is very important for the security. I'm sure that all of you know the terms SaaS, Software as a Service. That's a very simple one. What about this? This might be more challenging. I'm not going to ask you, I'm going to show you. It's a malware as a service. And on the same level, there is also a term called ransomware as a service. Ladies and gentlemen, it's year 2022, and we are living in a world where you can purchase a targeted hacker attack just by one click. In the same way how you purchase a plugin to your mobile or a plugin to from the Windows Store application. Now, this is a screenshot of such offering on the darknet, where you can actually purchase a solution and target an attack to a certain company. What they do in the background, they will gather potential weak points in the infrastructure of the company. They will give you a list of potential target emails or users, and they will basically perform the attack for you, and they will only present you with the result. It is a very dangerous thing, and trust me, these people who are doing it, it's not some engineers. Many times it's 15-year-old kids, and they are gathering money from the Bitcoins. Again, it's very hard to overcome such solution because if you become a target, they are dedicated to succeed because they are awarded in terms of money. What Sentinel One allows you to do, I'm sure you all know Office applications. If you make a mistake, you just do simple undo and you go step back. Sentinel One has a security solution that allows you to do the same thing when you are facing some threat. So if you are infected with such malware or ransomware, what you can basically do is to hit the button and it will return the machine to the state before the attack happened. Very straightforward solution, very good money and time saver for each companies. Of course, Sentinel One is so certain about their solutions because they are on the they're leader of the market with these solutions that they can actually offer you an insurance guarantee. So if you own their solution and you are still breached by some security attack, they offer a warranty up to $1 million they will give you if the attack was successful. This is how they're certain of their solution, that they are actually able to provide you this kind of guarantee. Now, I'm not going to talk more about the architecture or the solutions, but it's a very simple mechanism how to design these security solutions. You basically do it in a graphical interface, so you don't need some kind of engineer level to successfully deploy this kind of solution. Again, if you're interested, we can provide a proof of concept for you, so we can enable a trial license for several months or several weeks, so you can test drive this solution on your own environment. I'm going to continue with the solution from our own factory, and it is one of the few where you can actually predict what will happen with your hardware. And we do it thanks to a very sophisticated artificial intelligence algorithm that constantly monitors all kinds of aspects of your hardware. But imagine a situation where you are facing the blue screen of death in Windows. It's a blue screen, you cannot do anything, you can just reboot the device. Now, is there a way how you can predict this? There is, and the answer is Lenovo Device Intelligence. It will basically allow you to have a dashboard where you can see a list of your devices, and each device will be measured and monitored, and you will see a message that this device is likely to crash or to have some serious hardware problem in few days and few weeks or some certain period of time. It's thanks to the algorithm that constantly measures and monitors all your drivers, interrupts, operating system components, and it gives you the ability to be prepared for what's going to happen. And it even gives you the proposed solution, like fix the driver version or update the driver or update the custom BIOS. So it also gives you a solution to what's going to happen. It's very useful if you really want to have a very seamless experience for your users and not to have some machines falling apart out of the concept. One of the solutions that also contributes to a seamless experience for you is the Lenovo Patch plugin for the System Center Management from Microsoft. That gives you a very simplified way how to manage and monitor version of drivers and BIOSes on all your fleet, so you can have very unique environment and you don't need to basically care about some exceptions or some other potential things that might happen. I'm not going to mention the architecture because it's not so important. Again, it's a very simple plugin. It doesn't require any specific knowledge, but we do provide it for you for your convenience to have it as a, let's say, upgrade for your standard SCCM environment. All these things that I talked about are covered in one umbrella. It was mentioned here before by my colleagues. It's called ThinkShield. So it's basically an umbrella solution where we cover all these things and we go in details. What we do with customers that we basically get to know their environment and then we propose a solution. So it's not a set of some part numbers, but it's always a customized solution that we provide for each customer in order to achieve his target. It could be either increased security, increased productivity, or saving expenses. We work together to provide the solution for you. Now, I spoke in the beginning of the thing that we can actually bring you something back. We can actually bring you some money. You can earn money with Lenovo services. One of the things is asset recovery services, where we basically can buy back any kind of hardware asset that you have in your inventory. It's not limited to Lenovo as a brand. It could be any brand of any vendor. It could be basically any electronic. I even remember a case where we bought back kitchen appliances from our customers, microwaves, because it contains electronics, it contains some microchips, and it has some residual value. What we do in this process that we give you an estimation of how much money you can recover from your old fleet, so you will immediately know how much money you can have and you can invest them. It's a perfect thing for financial planning, because once you know how much money you will get back, you can immediately start planning the future investments for renewing your hardware inventory. Not to talk theoretically, I'm showing you a real-life example of a case that we've had, and you can see here, excuse me, you can see here the buyback prices, the values that you will receive from us as a credit. So it goes directly to your bank account. We can do it instantly, so if you are in the moment that you want to renew your environment, we can give you the quoting right now, but we can also predict it. So if you buy a new hardware from Lenovo and you would like to know how much of a value would it be in 2 years, we can give you this estimation, and unless the hardware is not some severely damaged or scratched, we will commit to the price that we are giving you. So you can actually predict your finance in a way ahead for 1 up to 5 years, and you would know how much money you can recover from this environment. Again, if you're interested, I'm going to remain here for the rest of the evening. I'm going to give you more information in details on this if you want. And that's basically it. There's nothing more. I would like you to engage more in these things, because these are one of the few things that we can actually bring something back in a value to you. So I will be very glad if you can engage into discussion, and I wish you a nice evening. Thank you.